All right, folks, thanks for checking out the video. I want to talk today about a New York City college professor who attacked and assaulted some pro-life students on a college campus. Now, this is just another incident in a long line of incidents at colleges across the country of the far left, the left in general, exhibiting their intolerance, their bigotry, and their lack of substantive ideas. So this is from Twitchy here that says, Brave college prof lets students for life know exactly how she feels about their effing propaganda. And it says, this story somehow managed to slip through the cracks last week, but it's picked up quite a bit of steam since then, and we want to do our part to make sure as many people as possible find out about it. Last week, Students for Life America posted this video featuring Shellyne Rodriguez, an adjunct assistant professor in the Hunter College Department of Art and Art History. It seems that Rodriguez didn't care for their table and the group and decided to take matters into her own hands by literally using her hands to shove Students for Life stuff off their table and berating them all the while, of course. Watch. So here's the clip.
You're not educating shit. This is fucking propaganda. What are you gonna do? Like anti-trans next? Is that what you're gonna do next?
I mean, no, we're talking about abortion.
This is bullshit. This is violent. You're triggering my students.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No, you're not. Because you can't even have a fucking baby. So you don't even know what that is. You don't even know what this is. Get this shit the fuck out of here, yo. Fuck this shit.
All right. You can see there she approaches them. They're sitting there at their table, handing out literature, not hurting anybody, not bothering anybody. If somebody has a problem with them, they could simply ignore them, go on their way. People do it every day. But this professor goes up to them, harasses them, doesn't even have a debate with them. You would think she's a professor, she's a highly educated person, right? Whatever that means. She could go up to them and have a civil debate with them, but she doesn't want to do that because she can't do that. And I didn't see any students who were triggered here. I saw this grown woman, this professor who was triggered, heavily triggered, couldn't contain herself. She was so distraught that these students dare, in New York City, try to hand out and talk to people about pro-life position. So, but this story gets even more interesting because this professor didn't stop here. A reporter from the New York Post tracked this individual down to get her thoughts on what happened, and he was attacked by her. So from the New York Post here, it says, New York City professor under investigation after chasing Post staffers with machete, cops. So here's a clip of that.
Away from my door. Get the away from my door.
Let's get out of here. You can't do that.
Away from my door. Get the away from my door.
Let's get out of here. You can't do that.
Away from my door.
Okay, so you can see here.
Let's get.
She comes out, and all these guys are doing is trying to get some quotes from her, trying to get her side of the story, whatever. So she comes out of her apartment with a machete, holds it up to this guy's neck. I mean, she's clearly a very mentally and emotionally unwell person. The article here says the unhinged New York City art professor who held a machete to a Post reporter's throat after he knocked on her apartment door Tuesday morning is under investigation by the NYPD, according to police. Shellyne Rodriguez could face assault and other charges over the frightening altercation, which began inside her Bronx apartment building before she then chased two Post staffers in the street, according to law enforcement sources. New York Post veteran Reuven Fenton and a photographer visited Rodriguez to inquire about a viral video from earlier this month in which she freaked out on pro-life students in an expletive-laced tirade at Hunter College, where she was employed as an adjunct. You can see a picture here of the reporter. You can see this woman. She's dressed in all black and she's holding a machete in a rather threatening manner. It says after Fenton identified himself as a reporter, Rodriguez, 45, threatened to chop him up before she flung open the door and put the blade of the machete up to his neck, video shows. Get the F away from my door, she yelled repeatedly before slamming the door in his face. The post staffers left immediately, but Rodriguez, still armed with the machete, pursued them into the street, dashcam footage shows. If I see you on this block one more effing time, you're gonna, Rodriguez yelled at them. Get the F off the block. Get the F out of here, yo, she screamed. She then kicked the reporter in the shins as he tried to get in his car. Hours after the terrifying incident, Rodriguez was fired from Hunter College, the Manhattan school confirmed. Rodriguez has been relieved of her duties at Hunter College effective immediately and will not be returning to teach at the school, school spokesman Vince DiMaselli told the Post. So at least the college had the decency to terminate this woman. I'm frankly surprised that happened. But I mean what a psycho. I mean, she can't take these students at her college who were very polite, who, I mean, even after being verbally attacked by this woman, they maintain their composure. So shout out to them. And when this poor reporter, I mean she's threatening this man's life. I mean, that's like pulling a gun on somebody. If this man had been armed, he would have been within his right to take action. So she's a very lucky individual that she's still above ground at this point. So her being without a job at this point is the least of her concerns. But this is modern day academia. This is, I think, standard on college campuses across the country. I think the school fired her more for this incident than her harassment of the students there. So what a shame! What a shame our college system has become. And Hunter College is part of the City University of New York system. So it's a public institution. But anyways, I'm interested to know what you all think. Have you had any experience with professors like this in your life? And how did you deal with it? So let me know what you all think. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.